So they have to pay life. So they gotta pay 5 life. Ouch. And then you can hit the old self-destruct. Deals 2, deals 2. Alright, cool. Got it. Good to have a butt. Hey there, cons. Today we're going to do something a little bit different. So we did the jumpstart for Final Fantasy set. Our first selection was red, doing some cool equipment stuff. And then our second selection was blue, doing some cool artifact stuff. So artifact creatures and then vehicles and such. So taking a look at our selection of cards here, we have our 1-drops sleep magic. It is a sleep enchantment. The enchanted creature doesn't untap during its controller's untap step. The only downside is when enchanted creature is dealt damage, you sacrifice this aura. So it's a bit conditional, but I don't know too many deal damage type of effects in the format. Also, we have Freya Crescent. So she's a 1/1 and she has flying on our turn. You can also tap her to produce red mana, only to cast an equipment spell or activate an equip ability. So we're going to have a lot of equipment in here that's going to be relevant. Lunatic Pandora. It's a 1-drop legendary artifact. Pay 2 to tap it to surveil 1, so a bit of card selection, and also 6 to tap to sack it and destroy target non-land permanent. So removal on a stick. Cargo ship is a 2/3 flying vigilant vehicle. It's an artifact as it enters the battlefield, and you can tap it immediately to activate its ability, but that is to spend mana only to cast an artifact or activate an ability of an artifact source. It needs accrue 1 cost as well. So you can play this, tap it to put out a Lunatic Pandora all in the same turn. Scorpion Sentinel is a 1/4 artifact creature. It has +3/+0 as long as you have 7 or more lands. Haste Magic. This is it's a good utility card. So you can give target creature +3/+1 and gains haste until end of turn. So it's an instant. You can cast it as a combat trick, or you with a haste stat line, you can do some damage with a creature that your opponent wouldn't normally otherwise expect. And then also has exile the top card of your library. You may play it until your next end step. So it's a bit of card advantage as well. So if you happen to luck into a good, top deck, you can play that out and get a little bit more advantage. Item Shopkeep. Whenever you attack, target attacking equipped creature gains menace until end of turn. So we're gonna have tons of equipped creatures. This is gonna give further evasion for those threats. Rauban, Bowl of Alamigo. Ward pay life equal to Rauban's power. So Rauban, that can work in our advantage a lot if we put a lot of equipment on here. And let's say its power is 5, then your opponent would have to pay 5 life in order to target it. And then whenever it attacks, attach up to 1 target equipment you control to target attacking creature. So if you swing with a team, you can equip somebody else that's attacking, but normally you would want to equip this guy. So it's a free equip cost, which is pretty sick, as long as he's attacking. Red Mage's Rapier. Job select, that's relevant. So when this equipment enters, create a 1/1 colorless hero creature token, then attach this to it. So whenever you cast a non-creature spell, this creature gets +2/+0 until end of turn, and is a wizard in addition to its other types. Self-destruct. So this is a bit of conditional removal. Target creature you control deals X damage to any other target and X damage to itself, or X is its power. So the creatures that you target that are your own, you want to have higher toughness than their power, otherwise you lose your creature. Suplex, another removal. This is a braid but better. You deal 3 damage to target creature. If it were to die, exile instead, or exile target artifact. Stuck in Summoner's Sanctum. So this is flash, a form of removal. Enchant artifact or creature. When this aura enters, tap them, and they can't untap or activate their activated abilities. Thieves' Knife. This is another job select equipment. Equipped creature gets +1/+1, and as whenever this creature deals combat damage to a player, draw a card. So a bit of card advantage. Samurai's Katana. Equipped creature gets +2/+2, has trample and haste, so that can help us close out the games. Yeah, and it's also a job select card. Side quest, play Blitzball, an enchantment at the beginning of your turn. Target creature you control gets +2/+0 until end of turn. So some of our evasive equipped creatures can get in there for a little bit more damage. And then the end of combat on your turn, if a player was dealt 6 or more combat damage this turn, transform it and then attach it to creature you control, and it becomes a legendary artifact equipment. Which creature gets +2/+0 and has double strike, which helps us to close out the game. Retrieve the Esper, you create a 3/3 blue robot warrior artifact creature token, and if the spell was cast from the graveyard, put 2 +1/+1 counters on that token, so you can pay 6 to flash it back from the graveyard. Rook Torrent, it's a 3/3. You get to kind of filter on your cards, so you draw and then you must discard as long as when you cast another artifact. The Lunar Whale, it's a vehicle 3/5. You may look at the top card of your library at any time so you get more information. So some of the surveil effects, you know what you're going to do. And then as long as it attacked this turn, you may play the top card of your library, so some card advantage. And it's only a crew 1, which is pretty low. Realm Sketching, this is a copy effect, and it can also target your opponent's spells. Barrett Wallace, this is kind of the namesake for the red artifact deck or equipment deck. Reach, whenever he attacks, it deals damage equal to the number of equipped creatures you control the defending player. So all these job selects are definitely high synergy because we want to have many equipped creatures when he's out rather than one just Voltron style equipped creature. Warrior Swords, another job select, gives the stat line +3/+2 and is a warrior in addition. So it's just an aggressively statted equipment. Ice Plan, it's sleep on a stick, also with a 5/4 body, and just in case you need to find your lands, you can island cycle as well for 2. Gigas is also a mountain cycler, but this can, if you pay the 6 mana, trample and haste, 5/4 is pretty good, help close out the game. And Valkyrie Aerial Unit, it's a 5/4 affinity for artifacts, so a spell with affinity for artifacts costs 1 less to cast for each artifact control. We get a discount, and then the 5/4 flyer is pretty good, and then surveilling also gives you further card selection. And then a nice mix of lands, including Capital City, kind of a land filter / cycle for 2. So that's the deck, and we've done some cool stuff with it. So we've got a 1 turn to 2 turn, but we don't exactly have blue. Do we need blue? Probably not. Red goes fast, right? All right, during our turn, Freya Crescent has flying, and then you can tap to add, you cast an equipment spell or activate an equip ability. All right, here comes a 1/1 flyer. Get in there. Robon, Fall of Alamigo. Ward pay life equal to Robon's power. Oh, okay, so we want to equip this guy. When he attacks, attach up to 1 target equipment creature. No, 1 equipment you control the target attacking creature. So we can use Freya's ability, cast out this sword, right? She taps to produce 1 red. And then does this die? Not quite. So we can't equip it, right? I guess we can. So they're gonna surveil. All right, that's pretty sweet. +3/+2 and is a warrior in addition to its other types. And then the ward is pay life equal to Robon's power. So they would have to pay 5 life to target this with an effect. Okay, so this is the play here. We don't need to get more land. We'll just tack in and give this menace so it can't be blocked. All right. We could island cycle this at any time, right? A2, discard this card, switch your library for an island card. Or a island, not an island. Huh. Reveal it, put it in your hand. So we might end up doing that. Or we can just wait. Get the 5/4 creature out of it. So they have to pay life. So they gotta pay 5 life. Ouch. Well, because they're gonna concede here, we can island cycle. That doesn't put the stun counter on it though. Guarantee the land drop, and then we'll just do that. Whip the flyer, and then go ahead and get in. All right. So in this matchup, we get to see how powerful Robon this guy is. So they had to pay 5 life because his power is 5 to target it with this removal. So I don't necessarily think that was worth it. And then, you know, having flying on our creature on our turn, it's pretty good utility. You know, the tap ability for the activate to, you know, cheat out the warrior's sword was pretty sweet. And then the item shopkeep, and whenever you attack, target attacking equipped creature gets menace until end of turn. So even more evasion. And so, yeah, we definitely did the thing with this go around here. We have both colors. We do have an early turn play. Yeah, I don't know if I'm a big fan of vehicles. We'll keep it though. Not that it matters, but I like to present the least fast color. If we show red, that is a very fast color, right? Okay, so they're also on vehicles. We'll play out a creature then. Alright, whenever another artifact you control enters, you may draw a card. If you do, discard a card. Equip 3. +2, +0 until end of turn, and is a wizard. Alright, we'll just cast everything out here. Oh, jobs. Okay. So we get a little dude. No attacks. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, this creature gets +2, +0 until end of turn. It is a wizard. Hero wizard. Activated abilities, right? Well, that's not an activated ability, it's a static effect. +1, +0, and whenever it attacks untapped attacking creature, it is a cleric in addition to its other types. Interesting. So they're gonna swing in with their 3/3 flyer. We can't block. All right. So we would give this menace, right? So how else would we grow that? I don't think we do. I'll just swing in freely. Yeah, I knew I did that wrong. Through one, so we can do that. All right, we get that for free. That's pretty good. One, two, three, four. They can't activate and pilot, right? Block as we get our 1 point of damage in. Just pass. Okay, they crew their 3/5 and deal combat damage, and then they can play the top card of their library. Are they gonna crew the crew? No, okay. Then we'll allow it. Get in for 3. We get to surveil, right? It's fine. All right, I got 6 mana, right? Get the ice flying out, and then tap down their creature, and now they're not gonna be able to crew. We could probably crew this to get more points of damage in. the flan. Get that menace. Alright, cool. Ooh, that's a good one. Surveil 2. How do we get rid of that? I don't think we do. Yeah, we could. Alright, I think we give this menace, right? They kill it? No. And then crew with 1. And we cast side quest Blitzball. And that grows. And then we attack in here. That's the equipped creature that gets menace. Because the item shopkeep. They do get to crew. Okay. We get our 7 points of damage in. That's fine. We just lose our flyer. And then 6 damage, so we get to transform, and then we'll just equip it to the flan. That's pretty good. So, do they get another creature to block menace? Or do they pay 8 mana, exile 8 cards to transform her into a 7/7 menace and take an extra turn? Wow. It's pretty powerful. That's just an uncommon. Okay. They flan our own flan. Okay. Great. You dead? Wow. If you're enjoying the content, please consider liking the channel or subscribing to the video. Thanks. All right, we go second. We have some early turn plays. We do have some late turn. So this is a keep. We don't hit our land drops. We can always island cycle. Add 1 mana of any color. I think I'd rather have access to red. But we'll play out the tap land. Alright. Get the shopkeep. No. Get the cargo ship out. So the thing about crewing is you can tap your untapped creature even if they have summoning sickness. So if we play out a creature and we don't, you know, we're not going to choose a block with them, we can go ahead and just tap to crew. So it probably makes more sense to get the artifact out. And we can just play this right away. That doesn't feel right. Okay. Because I would expect, oh, it's not a creature, so it doesn't have summoning sickness. Interesting. All right, even more reason to do that. So they have a rare. They're going to return that to our hand. Can we kill it? No. Cannot. Or can we? We tap. Nope. We will eventually. That's crazy. Pay 5, exile, mesmerize, target creature can't be blocked this turn. Okay, they're gonna sleep that down. Alright. Our land drop. We'll just crew that right away. And then we can hit the old self-destruct. Deals 2, deals 2. Alright, cool. Got it. Good to have a butt. Alright, so I just blew them out, I guess. They're probably missing a color. Alright, opponent goes first. We don't have blue. This can filter for blue. Yeah, I guess it's fine. We get a 1/4 creature. That's rewarded for having 7 or more lands. We also have haste magic. It's a little instant, and then we get a 4-drop. So I guess they offer free mulligans. Wow, I'll just keep it. Oh, they really mulligan there, huh? I'm not gonna reveal my color. Guess I did. That guy looks dangerous. Job select. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, this creature gets +2/+0 until end of turn. And is a wizard. Alright. That slows him down. Okay. Give it menace, right? Because we're not gonna block. We'll find out. Oh boy. No blocks. Sleep magic. Who's sleeping? Probably the flyer. This gives it +3/+2. Yeah, we could try to use a combat trick here. We'll do that first. We'll just attack in. See how they choose to block. Doesn't appear that they do. Do they? They're thinking about it. They've got some geese. Okay, that happens. And then we probably can afford not to sleep that because we get a flyer of our own. A little bit bigger. Gives us some card selection as well. If it sticks around. No locks. Pondberry, alright. They might have a trick of their own. It's good to hit our land drop. Alright. I say we attack with all. Seems like a fun line of play here. We got some instants and such in response. Yeah, I'll go ahead and use this. Speed things up. Except a survey. Okay, so it's not a counter. I'm thinking we're gonna hang on to the stuck in Summoner's Sanctum for they might, hit their land drop. I'm assuming they're digging for land to play, more powerful effect. So we can always do that on our opponent's turn because it has flash. That Karn? Wild. Okay. And making a decision whether to keep it on top or put it in their graveyard, huh? Sometimes that's a very tough decision. Or they might be timing us out. Oh, okay. We've been on top, Drew. So we blow out that creature. We could have saved it for a land. We'll just pass. Return something to our hand. Yeah. Doesn't seem like they're hitting their land drop. And we're going to prevent that from them digging. Alright, cool. 5 mana. We could attack with both. Feel like this. Sleeper. Play artifact. Get in there. Nice. So they're pretty much tapped down. Do I trade here? Yeah, I might. Probably not. They're on the back foot, right? They haven't hit their land drops. We have 3 creatures able to attack and block. They only have 1. Let's say find a way to remove some of these sleep enchantments. Who's that guy? Death Touch, Lifelink. Interesting. Alright, we got there. Hey there, cons. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. See you out there in the plane of Tarkir.